This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, saving your day from boredom with the best podcasting entertainment.
What's up, real MVPs? Ricky Whitmer here, and welcome in to another episode of Heel Talk, brother. This is where we're talking about our predictions for Money in the Bank. I'm joined with the man I'm always with, Soapy. Soapy, how we doing today?
Doing pretty good.
It's 4th of July today.
Yeah. It's been fun watching my dog figure out what fireworks are. She honestly doesn't care about them.
For now.
Well, yeah, until it gets to midnight, and then it's going to sound like a war broke out outside my house because all the rednecks in my town are going to have to shoot their guns straight up in the air.
Keep talking.
Yeah, it's just going to not be fun. Like, I understand the general purpose of why people set off fireworks at the celebration, but like, we couldn't find something else to do, something better. We couldn't just find something that's not fireworks for 5 seconds.
I mean, my dog didn't want to go outside this morning.
Yeah.
My dog's like, nope, I am perfectly okay here. And I'm like, come on, it's the daytime. He said, I gotta go to work. It's the daytime. Just go.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, if you're going to set off fireworks, at least wait till night. Don't set them off in the middle of the day. You can't even see them. Like, just wait. Unless
you got those Husker do's and Husker don'ts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those kitty chasers.
Yeah, unless you guys are setting off a metric crap ton of them, don't.
But we are not here to talk fireworks. First off, you guys are seeing this afterwards. We're recording it on. I'm still going to say it. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there in the good old U.S. of A. America's birthday, Declaration of Independence. Thank you guys for watching us the day after. We're setting some predictions for Money in the Bank before we get into everything. Housekeeping, Discord down below, Patreon down below. You can join the greatest community in the universe. You can support the greatest YouTube channel in existence, which is MVP Entertainment. Don't tell MVP Sports that I said that, though. You can also, all of our socials are down there, all of our links. You can go ahead, hit that subscribe button, that like button. Leave a comment down below with your predictions, though. As Soapy, let's get right into this. We've got 5 matches on the card, which it seems like WWE is going more towards a, hey, let's kind of make these cards a little bit shorter. No marathons anymore under the Triple H era. I'll say this. We'll leave the ladder matches to the end. First one on the docket then. A last chance match for the World Heavyweight Championship between the heavyweight champion, Damian Priest, El Campeon, versus Seth Rollins. Now here's the thing. If Priest wins, Rollins will never challenge for the title as long as Priest is champion. If Rollins wins, Priest must leave the Judgment Day. What are you going with, Soapy?
I got Damian Priest winning, mostly because the fact of realistically, we know what happens in like a month or so when the ring general gets to step into the ring, with whoever the champ is, and let's be real here, he's gonna walk away with that belt. And also, I think as well, it's an opportunity, at least for like a month or so, to just get Seth Rollins away from that belt for 5 minutes and let him do something else. Especially because the fact that realistically, Seth's kind of been in that weird, like, hey, he's with the title. And he's only with the title. And now it's like you kind of can have that opportunity of
he lost the title, but now he wants his title back.
Yeah, he went away and he's the only person in history who's ever stepped away. He's like, hey, I didn't forget about my title. Give it back.
Well, that's because that title was his, Soapy. He was the only one to hold it until Damian Priest.
Well, until
Drew. Drew did hold it too, technically.
Yeah,
technically.
Like 2 minutes, but I mean, hey. But no, I think Priest is going to easily come away with the win here.
Easily? You say easily?
Yeah, I don't, there's not a shadow of doubt in my mind that Priest is winning.
I'm with you. I got El Campeon winning as well. And like, here's the thing. They're teasing the Judgment Day breakup. I don't think they do that with this. I believe what's going to happen is, honestly, Rhea's got to come back before all the Judgment Day stuff goes up in the air. Kind of seems like Damian and Phil, or not Phil, Damian and Finn.
Damian and Phil.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that ladder match already. Damian and Finn, they had some beef last time on Raw where it was like, well, hey, I like Liv. She got us these championships. Well, yeah, she's not one of us. Yeah. Well, I heard what you said last week where, yeah, we're nothing without you. So there's kind of a rift there. Rhea's got to come back, though, before we truly get that. Also, let's be honest. A win here for Damian would kind of solidify his championship run for me. Like, not that the Drew match wasn't solidifying, but it's like, I think everyone has, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a paper champion. That's not the term I'm looking for. Transitional, maybe? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, it's like transitional champ.
Everyone's thought of Damian, he's the transitional champ. He's from the how this gets to Gunther. This solidifies it. Like, okay, we should respect this reign before he then loses to Gunther at Bash at Berlin. But I got Damian retaining as well. Then we move on. Intercontinental Championship. This one Gunther used to hold. Sami Zayn now holds. He's going up against Braun Breaker. If you want a friend, get a dog, Soapy. That's what you did. You want a friend, you got a dog. Who wins this match?
See, this was the one that I had no idea who was going to win.
Yep.
And it's literally because the way that they've been building Braun up is that he's this absolute monster. He's a world beater. But then it's always that, like, I can't write Sammy out because just the fact of, like, they've kind of leaned a little bit into, like, the Braun's kind of dumb thing, which I'm fine with for the most part. It's not just portrayed that he's a big idiot entirely. He's just a big dumb idiot. But I have Sammy winning this one. I think it'd be a little short-sighted to have Sammy's run be this short, especially with the fact of realistically, I think that you could have Braun challenge again in a month or so and take the title then. But I think giving Sammy just like a 2-3 month reign, like something along those lines. I don't think that's a long enough run, especially for the fact that Sammy for a while has been one of the better parts in the main roster, and I think at least giving him a long enough run could be like, hey, for being like the thing that kind of revived the bloodline, you get like a longer IC title reign.
So here's what I'm thinking. There's either one of two ways this match is going to go. The first way coincides with you. Sammy wins, but by like a DQ or a count out. Like, I was reading earlier, I think it was Bleacher Report, was like, oh, well, you know, Braun could be Braun could go for a spear and hit the barricade, then Sammy rolls him in and pins him. And I'm sitting there going, no. If Braun loses this, I want him protected. I don't want him getting pinned because the way you're building Braun Breaker right now is he is invincible. And if he gets pinned by Sammy, it's like, okay, the big bad monster is beatable. The only way I see Sammy winning is if Braun goes to do his Braun Strowman thing on the outside. Because literally that's all they're doing is, hey, we got better Braun over here. Choo-choo, let's go around. I could see him going into like the time area. Sammy moves and he goes right into the barricade. Sammy slips into the ring. We get a 10 count and he's out. That's the only way I see Braun Breaker losing. The other way is I see, you know, with a prediction I'm going to have later on, we are going to have two former NXT superstars get the rocket booster just attached to them. Braun Strowman's one of them. I'm going with Braun to win this. But this is the match.
Braun Strowman, huh?
Braun Strowman, Braun Breaker. This is the one where I'm taking my shot. Usually every pay-per-view, I try to take one shot. I take one of them to where it's like, that's the one I'm going to take a shot at to see if I'm wrong, if I'm right. This is it. I think Braun Breaker wins and they just strap this mid-card title to him. And this will be the pre-test to like, okay, we're thinking about making you world champion when we go to Netflix. This is your trial run. We're going to put a mid-card title on you. how do you do with the mid-card title on? Not that he needs to do well, but yeah, I just think that Sammy's reign could be short. He's had longer reigns. Sammy's not a guy that if he loses here, it's like, oh man, what's up with Sami Zayn?
Yeah, like I agree in the sense of like I also don't think though that Braun getting pinned by Sami is a super terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly just because I mean Sami is the first person on the main roster to actually pin Gunther.
Good point.
So it's one of those of like, you know, Sammy's the ultimate underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Like so that's kind of the thing of where like I don't want to say he's taken the Rey Mysterio spot of like being the biggest little man, but like that's kind of what he's done.
But Sammy's not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, he's not a deadbeat dad, and his son's not being chased after by 2 women
Yet.
Yeah,
we never know what could happen. Sammy's son could grow up to be he could grow up to be a WWE superstar just like his father.
He probably could.
He could.
Nepotism runs crazy in wrestling.
We're going a little out of order here. Like I said, I wanted to do the ladder matches last. So even though this will probably be the main event of Money in the Bank, we're going to do it now. We have Cody Rhodes and RKO against the Bloodline. Any 3 of Solo, Tama, Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. Let's be honest. I'm going to predict it's going to be Solo. It's either going to be Solo, Tama, or Fatu, or Tama, Tonga, and Fatu. I don't know which way they're going to go. If they're going to be like, hey, we want Solo to be strong, he has to be in there. Or if they're going to say, you know what, Paul Heyman's gone. Solo's going to let his minions do his dirty work for him. But Soapy, I know one thing. The Bloodline is winning this match. And the only reason they're winning is we have to build them up. The more we build them up, the better it's going to feel when Roman comes back and comes face to face with Solo.
Yeah, I fully agree. The Bloodline has to win here. At this point, this version of Bloodline's basically been clowned at every single corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're basically a Looney Tunes villain at this point.
Except for when Jacob Fatu premiered.
Yeah, that's the only time they ever looked strong. Otherwise, it was like, oh, hey, Cody finished a match. He then proceeded to beat the crap out of Solo after the match.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Tama and Toa showed up. And then they also got beat up right afterwards. To where it's just like, there's at a point you have to treat the Bloodline, especially Solo's Bloodline, with some credibility.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be like, guys, remember that one time Solo beat John Cena? Wasn't that something?
Cena.
You can't just keep relying on that. You need to at some point have them win
Mm-hmm.
something. Literally anything. And I think Money in the Bank is the perfect opportunity to do that.
Is KO the guy who gets pinned?
It's KO or Randy. They're not going to have Cody get pinned.
Yeah.
I would genuinely be surprised if Cody got pinned. Because I will also say, if the Bloodline does lose, I do think that's a major mess up by Triple H at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point, no one's going to care about the Bloodline if they keep losing.
Yeah. And I mean, to beat the world champion and probably 2 of the biggest names in the company, like overall, that's something that could catapult you, or at least be like, hey, whoa, okay, we got to take this version of the Bloodline at least a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, we can't just be like, guys, look, it's the Looney Tunes villains who beat up an old man.
Wait, is that the Bloodline? And you put up the glasses like Spider-Man. Nope, it's the Vaudevillains. It's the Vaudevillains from NXT.
The League of Nations.
Yep, we are the nation. A domination. So, ladder matches. Women's men. Let's start with the men. Women. We'll keep the men to last. Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lila Valkyrie, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Zoe Starks. Soapy, is there any other choice in this match besides it's Tiffy time, baby?
I mean, I'd like to say yeah, but
I am so happy for Tiffy time. Let's go.
Like, it's she just seems like the best candidate for it.
Mm-hmm.
Over realistically, like, I really like Lyra. I don't think she's ready for the briefcase just yet. Like, I like Io. I don't think she needs to be involved in another title scene just yet. Obviously, she needs to be on TV. I understand she lost the belt. Find a way to put her on there. Like, and then, I mean, let's be real here. Zoe Stark has 0% chance. I hate saying it.
Naomi has 0% chance too. Let's not act like Zoe's the only one.
Yeah, there's two people here who just meant to take a big bump in the middle of the match.
Two of these things are not like the other ones.
Yeah, two of these have 0% chances. One of them has like a 95% chance, and then the 5% split amongst like the other three. Because it's just the fact of like Chelsea. I think they'll do a spot where like they act like she's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I had to rank it in order of who I think has a chance, I think Tiffany's number 1. I think Chelsea Green's number 2. And then, like, Lyra's 3. But even at that, realistically, it's Tiffy time.
There's two people who could viably win this match. Tiffy time, Io Sky. And the reason why I say that is I hate to write off Chelsea. I hate to write off Lyra. But let's be completely honest. The Raw Women's Championship, the heavyweight championship per se, that's already spoken for. We've got Liv. We're waiting until Rhea comes back. They're going to have another match for it. We're not going to mess up anything there. I don't see any Raw superstar winning it and then going to cash in on Bayley, changing their allegiance then over to SmackDown. Like, here's the thing. I'll ask you. What would they do, you think, now? Would they, let's say Chelsea wins. Chelsea cashes in on Bayley. Would they have it where Chelsea would become a SmackDown superstar? Or would they do what they did back in like 2008 when it was for a short time? Oh, Edge has got the heavyweight title, but he's on SmackDown. Right now, Raw doesn't have a title.
No, I think they would just have her move over.
And I just don't see them doing that.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't want to have it that it's just 100% Tiffy time. Like, obviously, my vote is Tiffany.
Io's the other one for me because you got the Bayley Io thing.
Yeah, but the only thing is though, Io's also on Raw though.
Oh, you're right. Damage Control. You're right. Damage Control's on Raw now.
Yeah, mind you, they're never on TV, so we never know.
I forgot that she is on Raw now and not SmackDown.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think it's there's 2 people in this match who are on SmackDown.
Yeah, Tiffy and Naomi.
Yeah, so essentially, like it's just, I understand that like, the Liv is gonna hold the title till Rhea comes back. The only thing is though, and this is just my personal thing.
Go ahead.
One, I don't remember how long Rhea was expected to be out for.
They're teasing her to come back soon.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I heard, like, Seth Rollins tore his ACL and he was back in, like, a month.
Hey, those ACL injuries, they ain't as bad as they used to be.
Steroids are running wild. Randy Orton's personal trainer is running wild. He's just fixing everything.
Mr. Roids?
Yeah, Mr. Roids is running wild.
Mr. Steroids?
Yeah. My name is Steroids.
What's your first name? Stare.
My last name, Roids.
Roids.
But, like, no, I think it's, realistically, I don't see any other option than Tiffany. Beside, like, Chelsea Green. And that's just because it fits the Chelsea Green character of just lucking into everything.
Yeah. Well, that's like, okay, let's segue into the men. I feel like the men are pretty similar to where it's like, okay. Let me talk through it and then you tell me what you think. So, to me, there's more options for the men. But, let's be honest, there's only one person I think is winning. Like, Andrade, I think, Andrade and LA Knight, I don't think they win it. They're the ones to where it's like, you're in this match just because you should. Like, LA Knight, if this was last year's Money in the Bank, yes. should win. But this year's Money in the Bank, that hype has kind of passed you by a little bit. Andrade, I don't think he's in here to win it. Now, Chad Gable could win it, but won't. And the only reason why I say could win it, well, are they going to do the thing where he wins it and then cashes in on Sammy for the IC? I don't want that. Money in the Bank, you got to be cashing in on the top championship. Drew would be cool. But is CM Punk, is AJ Lee, is what's his dog's name? Larry, right? Larry? That's it? Larry?
Beats me.
Oh, what's his dog name? Is CM Punk's dog, are they going to cost Drew? Which leads me to two names. Carmelo Hayes and it's just me, Use. Day one, it's just me, Use. And Jey Uso's the guy. They've already said Yeet in the Bank. They've like that's one of the backgrounds is like him with Yeet in the Bank on it. Carmelo would be cool, but how long is Carmelo Hayes holding that? Because Cody's gonna have his thing with The Rock. I don't think he's gonna lose the championship before WrestleMania to where it's like, yeah, Jey Uso, he's the guy. But however, then you have Cody, you got Gunther. Which one do you want to get cashed in on at some point?
Yeah, I have Jay as my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a very strong chance Jay does not win.
His cash in?
Because, yeah, well, no, not even just cash in. I think there's a good chance he doesn't win the match.
Who wins that?
Because, I think that, like I said, my prediction's Jay. I think Jay has a really good chance. I think LA Knight, as much as people don't want him to win, or not so much don't want him to win, because people are like, oh, he's going after Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't stopped people before.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I'm still waiting for the messiah of what I heard of good things come to people who wait. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for LA Knight to get anything.
Good things come to people who wait.
Yeah, I've been only waiting 2 years.
Yeah.
For LA Knight to get anything. All he got was the Slim Jim car.
Yeah,
what a victor.
I'll be honest, the women, at least there's I could see Tiffy cashing in on Bailey. I'll be honest, for the men, I don't okay. I don't see any of them cashing in on Gunther. And I don't see any of them cashing in on Cody. Unless they're just going to, unless Jay's going to win, he'll hold it for almost the whole year. And then at WrestleMania, he'll try to cash in and he'll either succeed or fail.
I mean, I think if they're cashing in on Gunther, they'll probably do it to where, it's after, a really grueling match he has. They'll probably build it up to be, Ilya that he fights, and then someone will cash in. Because, we're going to find some way for Ilya Gunther to fight. But I definitely think that, like I said, I think Jay... There's a part of me that thinks Jay's too obvious. Because with all the marketing pointing towards Jey Uso winning it, there's a part of me that's like, he's not going to win that.
I almost wanted to put down Carmelo Hayes. I'm going with Jay. But there was a part of me that goes, would they pull the trigger on Carmelo Hayes and just have him hold it? Just have him hold it.
I think so. The only thing is, though, I think the only person in this match that 100% has no chance is Andrade.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just because Andrade is the ADHD champion on Twitter.
Didn't he drop that belt?
Who knows at this point? I don't know. I don't keep up with speed. I'm not a speed freak. I'm not the ADHD champion follower.
You're not a speed freak.
Yeah, but I think he's the only one that I think just has no chance. Chad Gable, I see the shadow of it because there's the only thing is as well, and this kind of plays into it in the end, how much interference is going to happen in the match? Because there's 3 people that could get interfered with by somebody.
Drew, Chad Gable.
Yeah, because the Uncle Howdy shows up and kills him again.
I will say this. If the Wyatt Six show up, Jey Uso ain't winning. You want to know why? Whenever they show up, he yeets out of there.
He knows to dip. They come out and he's like, you know what? No, I'm good.
He yeets out of that arena.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Because Drew, would get jumped. LA Knight most likely will because Logan Paul. You have Chad Gable with the Wyatt Six.
Yep.
Andrade has no enemies. He just exists.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's the only one who wouldn't get jumped. Like, Jey Uso, who knows who's rambling going to show up to fight Jay? Watch, that's when Jimmy comes back and toss Jay.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do. I'm going to hate it so much, but that's what they're going to do.
Super kick galore.
Yeah, he's going to be climbing the ladder like, we're going to be yeeting. And then Jimmy's going to show up in his stupid hoodie. Because Samoans only have black hoodies.
They only have black hoodies.
I refuse to believe they have any other color of hoodie but a black hoodie.
Any other color of clothing, period.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing. Over to me, the only thing I have a worry about with this match, is just there's going to be too much happening. To where it's like I don't want 10 different people who aren't in the match showing up.
Yeah.
Because, like, realistically, CM Punk will cost Drew. That's most likely going to happen. And then I get the mauled and seethe and cope that Drew looks like an idiot again.
Seethe and cope.
Yeah, and I get to hear people be like, ha ha ha, it's funny when Soapy gets mad. Even though I get to sit here and be like, man, I can't wait for when they have their match and Drew gets to lose so he looks like the biggest clown at the end of this thing.
Who knows? Maybe he wins.
He won't.
He won't.
Let's be real here. I know Big Nose. CM Punk's going to win. But, like, I'm going to stick with Jay winning. But there's a part of me that thinks it is too obvious that he would be the winner.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, the backup guess is LA Knight.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm going to go Jey Uso, but my backup, like, just shot in the dock, but it's too late. Carmelo Hayes is him, and he's going to give Money in the Bank a bad name. See what I did there, Soapy? See what I did there?
Yep.
I brought it back around to it, but this is where you guys come in. Fireworks galore going outside of my house right now. Can you hear those in my microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like gunshots. I got concerned. Chicago, you never know anymore. It's a firework or a gunshot, but they're fireworks. Don't worry. I checked. I looked over, did one of these. I checked. Let us know what you guys think for Money in the Bank down below.
The Hulk Hogan.
I checked. I did the old Hulk Hogan. That was a good one. Join the Discord down below. Join the predictions page that Sean puts together each and every pay-per-view. Go ahead, support us on Patreon. Comment down below. Hit that sub button, that like button. Soapy and I will be live for Money in the Bank. And we will for sure be live for Money in the Bank. It's Heat Wave that I think I might have some prior engagements to. So we may not be live for Heat Wave. Money in the Bank, though, we will for sure be live for on Saturday. But thank you guys for listening. Check out our Heat Wave predictions. And as always, have a good day, everybody. As always, we'd like to thank the people who make these videos possible, our patrons, whose names are displayed on the screen now. If you'd like to become a patron, click the link in the description below. And if you'd like to check out another video from MVP Entertainment, hit the video in the upper left. As always, thanks for watching.